Good evening, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to TCM. We have reached the final Wednesday in November, making this the last lineup of the month, focused on conspiratorial political thrillers. The movies we've featured have been set all over the world, but tonight, our first two films hinge on the responsibility of the American press, weakened though it's become, to challenge both corporate and government power. We begin with a tense drama that opens innocently enough, with a reporter doing a fairly routine local TV news story at a nuclear power plant that morphs into something dark and explosive. From Columbia Pictures, 1979, Jane Fonda, Jack Lemmon, and Michael Douglas star in The China Syndrome. Jane Fonda is the TV news reporter. Michael Douglas is her cameraman. They're assigned to shoot this puff piece about their good neighbors at a nuclear power plant. That means the plant's PR people are really pulling the strings. Fonda is being spoon-fed this story. But then real news, actual breaking news, gets in the way when Fonda and Douglas witness an apparent accident in the control room. Immediately, everybody at the power company conspires to hide the truth about what happened. A veteran shift supervisor at the company, that's Jack Lemmon, who was in the control room when Fonda and Douglas saw what they saw, might be their only hope to get the truth. Jane Fonda and Jack Lemmon had been anti-nuclear advocates for several years, and they both earned Oscar nominations for their performances in The China Syndrome. Nuclear power plant safety was a timely topic, but Michael Douglas, who produced the film, did not expect the picture to do much business at the box office. He just didn't know how on point the screenplay turned out to be. On March 28, 1979, less than 2 weeks, just 12 days after the movie opened, the Unit 2 nuclear reactor at the 3 Mile Island power plant near Middletown, Pennsylvania, had a partial meltdown. The details were eerily similar to the crisis in the China Syndrome. When the seriousness of 3 Mile Island became front-page news, audiences flocked to see a movie where art seemed to be imitating life, only in this case, the art came first. It goes beyond the realm of coincidence, said Douglas. It's enough to make you religious. From 1979, directed and co-written by James Bridges, also with Wilford Brimley, The China Syndrome. Initially, James Bridges turned down the opportunity to write and direct The China Syndrome because he didn't think he was politically intelligent enough. Bridges' best-known credit at the time was for writing and directing a wonderful film, The Paper Chase, from 1973. Jane Fonda, who had more than a little experience navigating American politics, convinced Bridges he didn't have to be politically savvy at all. He should just focus on making an entertaining thriller. It fell to Bridges, though, to revise the screenplay and create Fonda's character because originally the central role was a male documentary filmmaker. Richard Dreyfuss had been set to play the character, but his price went up, way up, after his stunning 1977 duo of movies, Close Encounters of the Third Kind and The Goodbye Girl, which earned Dreyfuss the Academy Award for Best Actor. With Dreyfuss out, producer Michael Douglas convinced Fonda to make the film. She agreed, but only if it could be co-produced through her production company. Douglas also then cast himself as Fonda's cameraman. Fonda had unsuccessfully tried to produce a film about real-life nuclear whistleblower Karen Silkwood, a power plant worker who died in 1974 under mysterious circumstances after discovering safety violations at the plant where she worked in Oklahoma. Mike Nichols eventually directed Silkwood in 1983 with Meryl Streep in the title role. Coming up, this time the head of a conspiracy to cover up a political crime is the President of the United States. Robert Redford and Dustin Hoffman star in All the President's Men. Next on TCM.
Next on TCM, All the President's Men, then No Way Out, and later, Winter Kills. TCM is cold-blooded tonight.